My sister Phoebe was always frail but viciously defiant. Whenever she went too far, my mother Elaine never punished her directly. Instead, she used me. I was the warning, the example, the consequence brought to life. If Phoebe slipped out at night, chasing chaos in grimy bars and stumbling home reeking of smoke and regret, my mother sent me out instead, barely dressed, walking alone through dangerous streets in the dead of night. The morning Phoebe saw me again, my clothes torn and bruises blooming dark along my throat, the fear cured her. She never went back to those men. When Phoebe got pregnant, she still drank like nothing mattered. So when I was 8 months pregnant myself, my mother made me drink. Not a sip, not a glass, bottle after bottle of cheap beer. Phoebe stood there and watched as I collapsed. She watched the blood. She watched me lose my child, my son, Mika. That horror kept her sober until delivery. She gave birth to a healthy baby boy. At the hospital, my mother clasped Phoebe's hand and said softly, "If you had kept drinking, you would have ended up like your sister. No baby, maybe no future pregnancies at all." Phoebe looked at me through tears, full of gratitude. "Thank you, Jade. You saved me." I smiled. "You're welcome." Then I slid my arm around our mother's neck and, drop a needle deep into her skin. "This is the last lesson," I whispered. "This is what happens when you spend 27 years turning one daughter into a monster." Blood splashed across Phoebe's cheek. Her scream echoed through the hospital room. I dragged my mother away from the bed and toward the exit. Weak from childbirth, she collapsed before she could follow. By the time nurses and family rushed in, I was gone. What they did not know was that the world was already watching. Across every major platform, a live broadcast exploded. The sound was sharp and metallic, a hunting blade being drawn across a whetstone. Behind me, Elaine Anner was bound to a heavy chair. Her eyes were wide with terror. Comments poured in instantly. "Is that Elaine Anner? The woman who disappeared? Is this a murder stream?" Phoebe appeared in a second live window. "What are you doing? Stop right now." I examined the knife's edge, then looked into the camera. "Sister, please," she cried, collapsing to her knees. Fresh from labor, she looked painfully fragile. She raised us. "If you're angry, take it out on me. I'll take her place. Just let her go." The comments erupted. "That's her mother. This is sick. She needs to be arrested immediately." The police warning flashed across the screen. "Your location is being traced. Surrender now." I smiled. "Good. Let's play." My mother trembled. "Jade, stop. Turn yourself in. I'll write a statement for leniency." The viewers melted. Even now, she forgives her. That's a mother's love. My daughter is pure evil. I laughed softly. "No need." The blade scraped against the floor as I walked toward her. Phoebe screamed my name. I pressed the knife to my mother's throat. "Tell me," I said calmly. "Where's Micah?" The room froze. The comments slowed. Phoebe shook her head violently. "He's dead. We buried him." "No," I snapped, my grip tightening. "He is not dead." My father's voice thundered through the stream. "You lost the baby. We all mourned. You need help." I smiled. "Mom, if my baby truly died, you'd be able to look me in the eye." She couldn't. I turned back to the camera. "I didn't start this broadcast to kill anyone. I started it to find my son, the child my mother hid from me." Confusion flooded the comments. I continued. "My so-called miscarriage was not an accident. It happened because my pregnant sister kept drinking, and my mother forced me to drink instead to scare her sober." Shock rippled through the feed. My mother screamed that it was a lie. The viewers hesitated. I knelt in front of her. "You've used me as Phoebe's lesson my entire life. Mika was going to be next, wasn't he?" Her breathing betrayed her. "Am I not your daughter too?" I asked quietly. She turned away. I stood. "Bring me my son, and I surrender." Fail, and every 10 minutes, she loses something. The timer started. Police questioned the family. Everyone repeated the same story. Stillborn. The clock ran out. I cut. The scream was animal.